Good morning students, myself Swapna Sharma. I am your new social studies teacher. So welcome for in class 4th and I will be taking your social studies. As you all know that we are going through a very difficult conditions and difficult time as everywhere there is lockdown because of coronavirus. So we will be taking your online classes for social studies. Now this is a very new chapter for you. This is a very new subject for you, social studies. Earlier you were in 3rd class and in 3rd class only you were taking care of EVS. You were studying EVS, environmental studies. That was basically about the environment, about environment conditions and what is there in your environment. But as you are coming in a new class 4th upgraded class, so now your subject will be social studies and I will be taking your social studies. My name is Swapna Sharma and I will be taking your social studies subject. So before going to social studies, before going towards the content, the chapter, I would like to explain you what does social studies means. What is there in social studies? What we will study in social studies? That all I will tell you in this further. Now, social studies. Social studies is important to study in schools because it gives knowledge to the social and physical environment. So basically, social studies is the knowledge or social study is studying about social environment. We are taking care of social society. We are studying about the society, how society works, how society is formed, how we as a human being live together in a society. So basically social study is a study of social environment. It is basically social studies is a scientific study of human relations and human society. So as I have told you that social studies is a study of social relations and human society, where we live in society, how groups are formed, how communities are formed. These all are being studied in social studies. Because of social science, students remember the facts, the dates and the event that happened in the past. So basically, we all study what is happening today, what was happening in the past and what will be in the future. We all study about all that things in social studies. How we lived earlier, how was early human being lived, how they made tools, how they then civilized and began to live in a society. All these was a study being done in social studies, and by social studies only we came to know that how we develop socially in the society. Now we have some components of social studies. What does social study? What is there in social study? What we study in social study? So what are the subjects? There are different subjects, sub-subjects in social studies and social science. Basically, we have culture, we have cultural component, we have economics, we have history, we have geography. So basically, if we talk about the components of social studies, we have 5 components of social studies. First of all, economics, history, geography, culture and politics. Economics is all about the economy, the money, the government, everything which is related to money and the government, it comes in economics. History, what was there in the past, how we lived in the past, what clothes we wear, how was the houses, how we spent the money, how was the currency in the past. All was studied in the history. The geography, we talk about the geographical areas of different countries. Our country, we talk about the condition, the climate of the country in geography. We study in culture and politics. It is a civics or political science in which we study about the politics which is going in the country, how the government is formed, how they work, how they give the initiative to the people, how they are responsible towards people, how they are improving the condition of the people in the country. So basically, the social study has 5 components and we are now in class 4. Earlier we were studying EVS, but now we will study social studies, in which we will study the human relation and the social relationship which are going through in our day-to-day life, our neighborhood. So as I'm coming to we are going to study now social studies. So I would just like to ask you the question, as you are seeing on the screen, who are they? Can anyone answer me? Yes, who are they? Yes, this is a boy. Yes, and this is a girl. Very good. Yes, this is a boy and this is a girl. On the left hand side, I have the boy, and on the right hand side I have the girl. Basically, the boy and the girl we are talking about. But if I ask you, how would you describe a boy, or how can you describe a girl? Can anyone describe a girl or a boy? Yes? Yes. We can describe a boy and a girl by how would you describe them? Now, if we are talking about the introduction of a boy or a girl, how we can describe them? We can describe by the shape of their eyes. We can describe them with by the shape of their nose. As you are seeing me standing here, I am your teacher. I am your social studies teacher. If I ask you describe me, then what you will say? Ma'am, you have a sharp eyes, you have a pointed nose, you have a broad lips. So these all are the ways to describe any person, right? This is the way to describe any person. You can describe any person, any human being with the help of the size of their shape, the size of their nose, the lips, the face, the hands, the feature, the height and the weight. You can describe any human being with the help of these things. You can describe that he has a short hands, he has a long nose, he is long, he is short, he is heavyweight, he is lightweight, he is thin. So basically we describe the people according to that only. And you can also talk about his weight and height to describe a person. Now these all the things which I am talking about, like the nose, the shape of a nose, the shape of a eyes, the shape of a face, the height, the weight, all these components which I am talking about is basically the physical feature of that person. It is a physical feature of myself. If I am a teacher and you are describing me that ma'am, you are fatty, you have pointed nose, you have broad eyes, you have broad lips, and your height is, you have a tall height. These all are my physical features. What are they? They are my physical features. Very good. Now we will talk about what does physical feature mean? Now if I ask you what do you mean by physical feature, then you will give the answer? Yes, you can give the answer in the same way. You can give the answer that ma'am, the physical features are all those things which I am describing in a physical form, like your nose, your lips, your teeth, your hands, your weight, your height. All these are your physical features to describe you. Now in the same way as you have described me, or if you can describe any human being, in the same way we can describe the country also. We can describe our country also. We can describe the country in the same way by its physical features. We can describe the country on the basis of the physical features that country is having. What physical features he is having? Now we will discuss that what are the physical features of a country, of a human being. As a human being, I have the physical feature like my nose, my eyes, my face, my hands, my legs, my overall body, my weight and my height. But if I talk about a country, if I talk about the country's physical feature, then how will I describe the country's physical feature? Anyone can tell me what are the physical features of a country? Yes? No. Yes. Now I will tell you how we can describe the physical features of a country. If any country is asked that please describe this country, then how you can describe that country? How you can show the physical features of those country? What are the physical features of a country? Now, the physical feature of a country is the countries which is having the mountains, the rivers, the hills, the plains, the coastal areas and the plateaus. These all are the physical feature of a country. The mountains, the rivers, the hills, the plateaus, the coastal lines, the coastal plains and the north and the plain area are the physical feature of a country. So if I want to describe a country, then what